Good morning, buddies. This is Pratibha Bojka, lecturer in English, Giriraj Government College, Nizamabad. So, today's topic is on Sir Isaac Newton. It's a short biographical essay written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Okay, dears? I feel you all know about Newton. Okay, so today we're gonna read his biography, which was written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. And before starting the essay, let's know about the author of this biographical essay. I'm sorry, beta. This is a short biographical essay written by Hawthorne, which describes Newton's multifarious achievements. Okay, we just I feel we know about only the Newton's what do you call three laws, and we know about the what do we call law of universal gravitational. Okay, so apart from that, what he has achieved in today's essay, the short biographical essay, we're gonna learn about Newton. Okay, before learning about Isaac Newton, just we're gonna know about the author. Nathaniel Hawthorne, 1804 to 1864, was an American novelist and short story writer. Okay, Nathaniel Hawthorne, 1804 to 1864, was an American novelist and short story writer. Okay, Hawthorne completed his graduation from Bowdoin College in 1825. Now, don't get confused, beta. It's not the Bowdoin which is nearer to the Nizamabad. It's the name of the college, Bowdoin College in 1825. Okay, his earliest writings include sketches like Mr. Hutchinson in 1830 and tales such as The Hollow of the Three Hills 1830. Has written what do we call two what do we call writings, Mrs. Hutchinson 1830 and tales such as The Hollow of the Three Hills. He is the author of some of the iconic American short stories such as Young Goodman Brown and The Minister's Black Veil. He is now remembered as the author of the great American novels The Scarlet Letter and The House of the Seven Gables. Okay, beta? So, now we'll enter into what do we call the short essay, Sir Isaac Newton. But before that one, I just want to tell you what do we call Newton was interested in a variety of subjects, beta: mathematics, dynamics, astronomy, optics, and cosmology. And he formulated the three laws of motion, as we all know, and the law of universal gravitation. Okay, and one of his major works is the Principia Mathematica. Okay, major work is Principia Mathematica. Right, beta? So we all know these all things, but before that one, we just want to know about his childhood, what he did, how did he grow, what motivated to prove this all laws. Okay, right, dear? So let's begin the class. Born in 1642, died 1727. I'm speaking about Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, born 1642, died 1727 on Christmas Day, means it is 25th December. In the year 1642, Isaac Newton was born at the same village of Woolstop in England. Little did his mother think, when she beheld her newborn babe, that he was destined to explain many matters which had been a mystery ever since the creation of the world. Means he was born on December 25th in the year 1642 in a small village named Woolsthorpe in England. And little did his mother think. The mother thought very little about this Newton, the child Newton, when she beheld her newborn babe, that he was destined to explain many matters which had been a mystery ever since the creation of the world. The mother never thought that the baby which she is holding in the hand is going to what we call open all the mysteries which are not known before the birth of Newton. That how the world has been created and how what etc. Okay, the mother did not know about that he gonna prove many laws. Understood, beta? Laws of what do we call motion, laws of universal gravitation, and Principia Mathematica, all this, right? We'll move to the next slide. Isaac's father being dead, Mrs. Newton was married again to a clergyman and went to reside at North Witham. So, as father of Newton died, so the mother of Newton married another person, a clergyman, and went to live at North Witham. She left Woolsthorpe and went to North Witham. Her son was left to the care of his good old grandmother, who was very kind to him and sent him to school. So what did mother do? When father of Newton died, she married to a clergyman, went to stay with him, and she left son Newton with his old very good grandmother, and she was very kind enough to him, and she sent him to school. In his early years, Isaac did not appear to be a very bright scholar, but was chiefly remarkable for his ingenuity in all mechanical occupations. Did you understand, beta? In the early days, in his early childhood, he was not a bright scholar, but his mind always used to work like a mechanism. Every time he used to think about to create any machines, etc., etc. Okay. Her son was left to the care of his good old grandmother, who was very kind to him and sent him to school. In his early years, Isaac did not appear to be a very bright scholar. As we all know now that Isaac Newton has created the law of what do we call motion, law of what do we call gravitational force, etc., etc. And what do we call, we're gonna give examples to the students that you have to be like Newton, you have to be like other what do we call scientist. But this person whom we are speaking today, Newton, was not a bright scholar when it is engaged in early days of the school. But his mind was mechanism. His mind was working like mechanically. Okay, did you understand, beta? Okay, let's move to the next slide. He had a set of little tools and saws of various sizes manufactured by himself. He had a small toolbox in which he had many little small tools and saws. Okay, seesaws of various sizes. And how did he himself prepared those all things? Because in the earlier slide I said his mind was working like a mechanism. So for that sake, he need all the tools. So he manufactured, he manufactured all those tools. With the aid of these, Isaac contrived to make many curious articles, to which he worked with so much skill that he seemed to have been born with a saw or chisel in his hand. So, with all this aid, what did I say? He manufactured little tools and saws of various size, and with all these aids, okay, with all these tools, he tried to create many articles, and it seemed that he has born with a saw and chisel in his hand. That is inbuilt in him. The mechanism is, means he was born with the mechanism mind. Understood better? Did you understand? Means what here Hawthorne want to tell is, whatever he manufactured, all the tools, and with all those all tools he is creating a new articles which are very new to this world, which were not discovered or introduced before Newton. And he says that he have been born with a saw or chisel in his hand, so it is inbuilt. Okay, he was born with all that mechanisms. Understood better? Did you understand? The neighbors looked with vast admiration at the things which Isaac manufactured, and his old grandmother, I suppose, was never weary of talking about him. Understood better? So here, whenever Isaac Newton used to prepare with all the little tools which he had, we are talking about his early days, childhood days, beta, and he had very small. I said that he had a toolbox with him, and with that all toolbox, he used to create many articles which were not introduced, mechanical things. Okay, mechanical things which were not introduced by any other. Okay, and they were very new, and the neighbors used to they used to admire those things. They were shocked to see all those things made by Isaac Newton. And grandmother, every time, she would never feel bored or never what do you call, whatever she wanted to talk about her grandson. Okay, she would never, she was always talking about that my grandson will do this one, he's so great in that way. Understood better? And neighbors used to look, they used to gaze those all things made by Isaac Newton. He will make a capital workman one of these days, she would probably say. No fear, but what Isaac will do well in the world, and be a rich man before he dies. Did you understand better? He will make a capital workman one of these days, she would probably say. And she says, whatever he is doing, but one or the other day he gonna earn much. And she says, no fear, I don't have fear, because because Isaac will do well in the world. He's gonna do very good business, or very good, he gonna be very good in the world, and before he dies he gonna become a very rich man. Did you understand better? Let me repeat it again. He will make a capital workman one of these days, she would probably say. No fear, but what Isaac will do well in the world, and be a rich man before he dies. Whatever he gonna do, but one or the other day, before he dies, he gonna be a very rich man. He gonna earn much money. That were the words of Newton's grandmother. Understood better? Let's move to the next slide. It is amusing to conjecture what were the anticipations of his grandmother and the neighbors about Isaac's future life. It was completely what were the opinions of the what the expectations of the grandmother or neighbors, what were they thinking about Isaac's future. Some of them perhaps fancied that he would make beautiful furniture of mahogany, rosewood, or polished oak inlaid with ivory and ebony and magnificently gilded. Okay, so everyone used to expect some or the other things. They mean one should say one thing that Newton is gonna do this, Newton is gonna do that, by seeing all the whatever he is manufacturing, because the neighbors were completely admiring these all things, what the articles, the things made by Newton. And everyone were making expectations, a prediction. They are predicting that Isaac gonna do this, Isaac gonna do that. Okay, and some of them started telling that he gonna make beautiful furniture of the what do we call wood, from that what do you call the wood they get there, from that wood, what do we call Isaac gonna make a beautiful furniture. Understood better. So everyone started predicting about Newton by seeing all the things what he is doing. So he gonna become this, he gonna become that, and some started telling that he gonna make a beautiful furniture by this all wood which is available in that area. Did you understand beta? Okay, no one thought that he gonna become a scientist, a great scientist, and his name is gonna learnt by everyone on the world who is living in the world. Okay, no one thought, they just predicted that he gonna make beautiful things, he gonna make beautiful articles, that's it. Understood beta? And then doubtless all the rich people would purchase these fine things to adorn their drawing rooms. Others probably thought that little Isaac was destined to be an architect and would build splendid mansions for the nobility and gentry, and churches too, with the tallest steeples that had ever been seen in England. Some thought that Isaac gonna prepare very beautiful furniture from the wood available in that area, and some thought, and they said that no doubt that rich people gonna buy that furniture for what do we call, for adorning their drawing rooms. Okay, and some thought that Isaac was would be an architect, and he gonna build very impressive mansions. Okay, for nobility, for gentry and churches too, with the tallest steeples that had ever been seen in London till England. I'm sorry, till now they have not seen those tallest steeples, and Isaac gonna build those type of buildings, very impressive buildings. Some thought that he gonna prepare beautiful furniture, and some thought that he gonna become an architect. And let's see what he gonna be. Understood beta? Did you understand? Some of his friends no doubt advised Isaac's grandmother to apprentice him to a clockmaker, for besides his mechanical skill the boy seemed to have a taste for mathematics, which would be very useful to him in that profession. Okay, so many have seen that apart from mechanism, as we know that he has prepared all the he has manufactured all the small tools to make many articles, things, etc., etc. By seeing that by seeing that he's a mechanical mind, mechanism mind, some said that he gonna prepare a beautiful furniture, and some said that he gonna become an architect, he gonna build very impressive buildings. Okay, and with that one, some noticed that he had interest in mathematics also. Apart from mechanism, he had interest in what do we call mathematics. So some of his friends suggested that send him to the clockmaker. Let he do apprenticeship there. Let he learn how to make clock, because uh, one side is his mind is working as his mechanical, and then he is fond of mathematics also, because these two mixed together can help for the clockmaking, for that profession. Understood better? Some of his friends no doubt advised Isaac's grandmother to apprentice him to a clockmaker, for besides his mechanical skill, the boy seemed to have taste for mathematics, which would be very useful to him in that profession. Understood better? Few thought that he gonna make a beautiful furniture, some thought that he gonna become an architect, and some suggested that apart from mechanism he has fond of mathematics, so it suits the profession. If at all this boy is sent to the apprentice to a clockmaker, okay, that gonna suit the profession. Understood beta? Did you understand? Okay, let's move to the next slide. And then in due time, Isaac would set up for himself and would manufacture curious clocks like those that contain sets of dancing figures which issue from the dial plate when the hour is struck, or like those where a ship sails across the face of the clock and is seen tossing up and down on the waves as often as the pendulum vibrates. So in that way, and if at all that person is, if the Newton is sent near the clockmaker, so they all that he gonna manufacture these type of clocks, like what do we call set of dancing figures when the what do we call the clock strikes at the hour, the dancing figures come outside, okay, or like those where a ship sails across the face of the clock and is seen tossing up and down on the waves as often as the pendulum vibrates. Okay, understood? So these, so he gonna create many types of clocks if at all he gonna send. Because why these all thoughts? Because Newton has a mechanical mind. Apart from that, he has fond of mathematics also. Understood better? Did you understand? Okay, let's move to the next slide. Indeed, there was some ground for supposing that Isaac would devote himself to the manufacture of clocks, since he had already made one of a kind which nobody had ever heard of before. It was set a going not by wheels and weights like other clocks, but by the dropping of water. Did you understand better? Indeed, there was some ground for supposing that Isaac would devote himself to the manufacture of clocks. Why did other people think that he gonna create new clocks? Because he already made one kind of which nobody has ever heard before. What was that? It was set a going not by wheels and weights. Okay. Before the watches were what do you call, which were made by wheels and weights. Understood better? But he had created a new clock, but by the dropping of water. Understood better? Not by the wheels and weights, but by the dropping of the water. Did you understand better? Indeed, there was some ground for supposing that Isaac would devote himself to the manufacture of cloth. Why did they think? They had some reason behind it. Why did they want to send to the clockmaker, near the clockmaker? Because he has what do you call, created already made a clock which is gonna work by the dropping of the water, not by the wheels and weights, but by the dropping of the water. Did you understand better till here? Is it clear better? Okay, did you understand, beta? So thank you for listening my class, beta. We'll end the class here.